Hey, good morning, everyone. Today is December 30th, 2024, last 2 days of trading of 2024. Let's get it. Everyone who's watching us live or joining us live on YouTube, there is a link in the description for joining the Discord. We trade live, we alert live. Let's make some money. All right, folks. So I think there's a huge drop in the market, pre-market. It's possibly because of Bitcoin also going down. BlackRock, I saw on the weekend, sold a huge amount of Bitcoin. Whether they were taking profits or they were doing manipulation, we don't know that. But, you know, it is what it is. The puts contract are extremely expensive right now.
Good morning.
Good morning, MK.
Morning, MK.
Hope everyone had a good weekend.
Not too bad. How about yourself?
Yes. Not too bad.
Do you guys hear an echo coming from my end?
No.
Not today.
Oh,
All right. What do we have here? So we have, let's see how the range is looking. It's on 933. We are looking at about a dollar range on SPY. And we are looking at about $1.14 range on Qs at this point in time. SPY and Qs is kind of Qs is also trying to go in red. We have the pre-market low sitting right here. If you are below the pre-market low, there you go. I think let's see if it holds here, supports here, or if it tries to go down further. Let's find out. Wow, it's breaking down below. No trades yet for the first 5 minutes at least. We have to wait for things to settle down.
Don't know why my charts are doing some weird stuff.
Qs is below the pre-market low. It's breaking down further below, at least trying to. All right, we have a little bit of a bounce at Q's pre-market low, SPY pre-market low.
Puts are mighty expensive today.
Yeah, because of the huge drop in the pre-market, the puts are definitely expensive.
Yeah, if we give it about 15 to 30 minutes, it may level out.
Yeah, especially on Mondays, I would say it's a good idea to wait for, I think, 10-15 minutes, because the beginning of the week, once coming back from Friday, beginning of a new week, the option prices are getting adjusted. There's a lot of adjustment that is happening um, in the option pricing and stuff. So it's always a good idea to wait for about 15 minutes before taking a play, unless you see a seriously strong downtrend. There is no hard or fact rule, but it's just the probabilities pretty much. And that's what we do. We basically trade on probabilities, right? So what's the probability of it going down, up, moving sideways? And it's all about that. So you just have to figure out where are your higher probabilities and trade based off of that. If it doesn't work, you stop out.
Here we go. The 509s just took the lead for lowest.
The 509s. What do you mean? The 509 puts. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I'm going to turn off the stream for a second.
All right, it's market is trying to hold these levels. There's still weakness in the market. I still don't think we are ready for any calls. The directionally, we still are looking for the downside, unless we have a clear change in direction. We are below the VWAP, we are below the 200 EMA on 1 minute, so calls is not going to be the direction at this point in time. J breaking down below the pre-market low again. It's holding the Qs is holding the 5-minute orb low. SPY is breaking down below the 5-minute orb low. There is a level below that around 585. That's a bounce with volume. It's 9:41. We'll still wait for 4 more minutes. Right. Downside. One minute to 9:44. Let's see what it does here. Anybody got into any place at this point in time? And I realized I've been talking unmuted this whole time, so
Wow.
not sure why.
I missed you, man. I can't believe it.
All right. There has been no plays yet. I have not taken any plays at this point in time, primarily because Mondays there is a lot of options price adjustment. We want to wait for at least 15 minutes for things to settle down. It's 9:45 now. Let's see if it holds here on the or 15, or it breaks down below that. Anybody taken any trade yet?
Not yet.
Not yet. I was eyeing the 509s, but
What is wrong with the option chain today? It's only showing me 5 increments.
Yes, that was the issue that I had to stop sharing for.
So did you figure out what is the issue?
On Robinhood, it's showing every strike, and on TradingView, once it hits 590, it starts going down by fives.
Did you figure out the reason why?
No, but I got it fixed. And they don't have the same icon, even though they're QQQ. So a little bit strange.
Okay, I'm planning to take a small position in Qs at this point in time. I'm watching a little bit of a pullback to see where it wants to hold.
You looking at the 509s?
Yeah, 509s. There's a bounce inside the orb. I don't like it yet. Let's see if it can retest the orb 5 and reject from there. So how did you get it fixed on TradingView?
They existed if I searched for them manually. If I just look at the options chain and try to add it from there, they're missing.
They're missing. Got it. All right. I don't like the price action at this point. I'd like to see a pullback on SPY over at this area and then rejection. I'd like to see Qs pullback and then rejection. Let's see what the other tickers are doing at this point. So we have Apple testing the pre-market low. We have Amazon moving sideways, Microsoft at a level. Nvidia is actually going upside, strong upside. So there is a little bit of a disconnect in the market, and that could lead to a solid chop. So there is no point in entering during a solid chop. Because most of the other tickers are kind of holding at levels and the pre-market lows. If Nvidia is moving really strongly upside, that could lead to a lot of chop here. There's a good thing we have not have any alert at this point in time and during this chop. Okay, Stacks, a quick question for you. So on the Robinhood Legend, how do you get, so the things that you've added to your watch list and options, how do you get it on the Robinhood Legend? When I add the widget for watch list on the Robinhood Legend, only basically just shows me the normal lists. It does not show me the options list, options watch list.
I'm not sure about Legend. I don't use Legend.
Oh, okay. Been trying to figure out that, this thing should be somewhat useful, but I don't know, Robinhood really disappoints me most of the times.
On the phone app, if you add it to the watch list, it will be at the bottom if you scroll all the way down.
Yeah, that's there. So now I'm seeing when I removed all the watch lists, the Robinhood Legend shows me create a watch list to start tracking stocks and ETFs. So they don't have a watch list for options on Legend. That's really legendary. They have it on the app to watch the options, but they don't have it on. Amazing.
Seems a bit scammy that they wouldn't want to lead you to those charts. Every other broker lets you do it.
Yeah, 100%. $509 puts were like 90 cents or something. Yeah, they are at 58, 60 cents now. So there's a pre-market low rejection on the Qs right now as I see it. Let's see what the other tickers are doing. Okay, so Nvidia had a rejection. Oh no, it broke pre-market high actually. Nvidia broke pre-market high. Most of the tickers are inching upwards now, except Microsoft. Microsoft wants to go down. There is a disconnect in the market for sure. Okay, if the Qs reject here, I will get into some puts. Small. Today is not the day to actually go in heavy, at least at this point.
Can you check the ATR geek?
Oh man, I forgot about that today morning as well.
Yeah, I don't have Thinkorswim, so
Yeah,
I
I
wouldn't
mean,
be able to check it.
right now
No
with
worries though.
everything else going on here, if I open up Thinkorswim, everything will kind of slow down.
Yeah,
I
no,
got
no
multiple
worries though.
softwares open up on my system right now. There's a doji here. Nvidia had a small rejection. If it pushes up, I will not enter. No, strong candle upside with the doji here. So no entry. We are back inside the 5-minute orb. So this is the middle of the orb 15 range, and we are seeing that we are having a clear rejection over here, which is also kind of coinciding with the pre-market low on the Qs. SPY has not tested the pre-market low still, so it's still moving sideways. Yeah, it's a little bit dicey at this point.
The bands are really tight, so we could see a breakout move here
Yeah, we could.
relatively soon.
There we go. There we go. Everything is kind of breaking down. Breaks below here. Might be a good time for entering puts. 509 puts. I'm here. I'm in it.
Using this green candle as entry.
Yep.
Looks like you can get in right now for about 68 cents. Bands on SPY are getting really tight. We may see a bigger move on SPY than Qs.
Are you gonna wait for it to close?
I stepped away for a second. What are we eyeing?
Puts.
509 Ps on Qs.
I'm entering small here.
I'm up 18%, 15%. Come on. Come on, go. Give me my level on Qs. I would like to see 5, 12, 16.
There we go. Dump it. 89,
Yep.
90.
I took some out here.
There's my 3/4. I'm out.
Yep, I'm out 3/4. 26%. There you go. Keep going. Keep going. 33%. The 5/10s could see 1.4 here.
Activating my stop limit.
Activating my stop limit too. That green candle almost stopped me out. and it did stop me out. Well, first trade of the day, can't complain. I still have one runner left. We'll see if it rejects here. I still have one runner left. If it breaks above the orb 5 low, then I'm going to exit out of my runner. Holding the last runner for minus 20%, 25% approximately. Still not stopped out on my runner. Back to 15%. This was an interesting move. I mean, this probably was meant to stop most people out. This definitely is a 10 o'clock manipulation to stop most people out. I think we're still continuing going down. So the strategy that I followed right now to make sure that I can maximize my profit. So let's say if I took 10 contracts, I got out 6 at 25%. I did a stop limit for 3 contracts to make sure if I get stopped out, I'm stopped out for most of the things and leave one runner. So you know, if you have 20 contracts, you can basically multiply, do the same. If you have 50 contracts or 100 contracts, that way it's going to help you to make sure that, you know, things like these, when you get stopped out for most of your contracts, you still have some runners left if it continues to go back down. Because times like these, around 10 o'clock, 10:30, 11:30, there will be times like these when there are market session changes. Like 11:30 a.m., you will see a huge wick or a huge candle which will stop you out from most of your contracts, and then the market continues down again. A lot of times we have seen that, oh man, I got stopped out, but then the market kept moving in the same direction, and you could have been into, you know, like 400, 500, 1000% profit if you would have been in that particular trade itself. So it's always a good idea to leave one runner for, like, say, minus 25%. And if you have to stop out for most of your contracts so you minimize your losses. Stack, Saban, you guys have any inputs you would like to add something to it?
Oh, you covered it. I do plan to make some video recordings to help everybody use the alerts if we are not on live, how to follow the same rules we follow to choose which ones are good or not. I didn't get to it this weekend, but I will get to it this week. We could definitely schedule a live call when the market is not open, and I can go over that as well if anybody would prefer that.
Yeah, I think let's do that. Possibly, you know, during the holidays, market will be closed on the New Year's. So that might be a good time to just do a live call with everyone. If people are free and not traveling, we can do a live call and explain everyone how to really use these alerts. But overall, the system that I'm calling this whole system that we're doing here is, you know, we've coined it as Volt. And what that basically is, so V stands for volume and volatility. So during the morning hours, we already see volume. If the volume is low, then definitely we don't want to take trades. If the volume is low, we want to see increasing volume in the direction of the trade. So we don't want to see divergent volume in, for an example, if the market is going down, we would want to see it increasing in volume. to take the trade. If the market is going up, we don't want to see decrease. On the pullbacks, we want to see less volume than in the direction of the trade. Since we are trading SPY and Qs, the volatility is always there. But if you're trading any other stocks, if you have signed up to our subscription where you have our alerts plus the indicators, and you get these indicators, then at that point in time you should be able to use these on, say, other tickers as well. I mean, you could definitely do that. And when that is there, it is always a good idea to actually take only those stocks which are highly volatile, like Tesla. Apple is not very volatile most days, but there are some days it is. Nvidia, SMCI. So those are good volatile trades. So volatility, you need volatility to catch those 25% moves really fast so that you don't have to sit through the grind whole day. O stands for opening ranges, which we've already have been covering during these live calls. What are our opening ranges? We use 5-minute, 15-minute, 30, and 1 hour opening ranges to see how those kind of acts as our sticky magnet levels. L stands for levels and liquidity. So levels is what we draw on hourly charts every single morning. I send out all the levels that we have on SPY and Qs, and you see the levels are getting well respected. Liquidity, there are areas where market is going to capture you, right? So for an example, there are major areas of liquidity you always need to watch out for, and you never trade into the areas of liquidity. That's very important. Like, you never trade into the pre-market low. So if I have to take calls here and pre-market low is sitting right up, so let's say if it was here and I had to take calls here, the pre-market low is sitting right above it, so your risk to reward ratio is not going to be great. This is an area of liquidity. Your VWAP is an area of liquidity. Your previous day high, previous day low are areas of liquidity. Your daily
Are you
levels or
still in
weekly
anything?
levels. Say that again, Saban.
Are you still in anything?
I'm just holding my runner on the put. That's it.
No, I held my full size because
Okay.
that green candle at 10:01 came with volume, but it couldn't break through. So
Okay.
strong indicator, yeah, strong indication of maybe some continuation on the downside.
Yeah. It definitely could be. There was no follow through on this one. And the last
Yeah.
T stands for the trend. So the trend direction is over here. So that basically counts for your VOLT. So you got volume, opening range, levels, liquidity, and trend. So we want to trade in the direction of the trend unless we see a full on reversal. We don't want to trade sideways market. We don't want to trade too many reversals. There are times when you want to trade reversals, but your best bet to stay positive and green is to trade in the direction of the trend.
Or else, yeah, you'll hit a day where you're chasing for a reversal all day long and you blow your whole account.
Yeah, I had a trader. I was actually talking to some of the traders the other day, and he was like, "Hey, the SPY is reaching 600. I will buy puts when it reaches 600." It does not work like that. I mean, what is the guarantee that when it hits 600, it's gonna get a pullback or it's gonna reverse? Why not? It will go 605. You can't say that. I mean, so it's always important, and I always say trade what you see and not what you believe. So there are a lot of times traders will believe, hey, the pre-market was really bad. Oh, Tesla did this, or maybe Joe Biden said this, or Trump said this. So market is gonna go this direction. So that's all a belief system. So trade what you see and not what you believe is going to happen.
What are we seeing right now?
Chop. I'm not seeing anything yet.
Not seeing anything
Nothing
yet.
yet.
There is definitely weakness in the market, but it's still, it's going down, consolidating. It's going down, consolidating. There is no breakout structure to the upside yet.
Like to see a high volume and momentum move that we can jump in and join in on, not something that we have to sit here for hours and wait for it to slowly grind.
I hope this discussion is helping everyone to understand, what we are seeing is what you guys are seeing as well in the market.
Ideally, we'd like to have everybody to the point where they can use these indicators and they could call out and make their
Yeah,
own trades
most
all on
definitely,
their own.
man. It's definitely showing us like what we need to look for, especially, so we get in the right time as well.
Yeah.
Yes, we don't want to just be calling out alerts and have people follow blindly. We'd like to teach our strategy so that you could one day do this all by yourself.
It looks like it's going for the half range pre-market low. I'm down 41% right now on that play.
Are you still
We,
holding?
we recommend
Yeah.
25% stop loss so that that's your own discretion.
Yeah. Don't do what I do.
I will hold with you.
There's a rejection from our 15-minute low. Like to see continuation to the downside. There is still no break of structure to the upside. Let me see what the
Not
other
yet.
tickers are doing. I
SPY
think
is
it's
just
all
chopping around.
Nvidia. I think at this point in time, Apple, yeah, started to make some directional moves to the upside. Nvidia is definitely
Microsoft.
breaking out.
Yeah. Microsoft as well.
Microsoft
Tesla's
is
still
looking to
pushing his money.
reverse. AMD
Yeah.
is
Avgo.
actually going up. Yeah, so
Broadcom's pushing up strong, along with Amazon and Meta.
yeah, most of the tickers are up at this point in
Google.
time.
Yeah, everything's just pushing up. VIX is just flushing. Let's see what it does here at pre-market. It's gonna be my stop loss. Hefty stop loss.
The pre-market and the VWAP are almost coinciding.
Yeah, in the half range as well.
Yeah, the trend has turned green here, but there is no breakout structure yet. So if it breaks above the pre-market low, then we have the breakout structure and we will be looking for things to the upside. Although, let's see where our 200 EMA is. Yeah, so 200 EMA and VWAP are actually pretty far apart. So there is definitely possibility for it to break the structure, break the VWAP, and then go test the orb high and the 200 EMA. There is definitely a possibility to take calls beyond this point. But until then, just sit tight.
The bands are still tightening on SPY. We really haven't seen a move yet. I do think we will. It's just how long we need to wait.
Should I cut my losses on the 509 or fade it?
So if you haven't cut at this point in time, it's a little bit too late, but if you're here right now holding, then I would say just wait for the pre-market low. If it breaks above the pre-market low and VWAP with volume, then you should definitely cut your losses. I'm guessing that you must be down at least 40-50% at this point in time at least, if you didn't take profit at 25%.
Yeah, my orders didn't fill, and then that green candle got me, so I just held it.
Yeah, so this candle is called a bullish engulfing candle, which basically means that there is a reversal. Typically, if that happens, this stopped me out of my runners. So you should be at the break of this candle, you should have gotten out. That's the most ideal way to do it. But if you're still holding and you're holding until this point, then I will have to basically, I would think that again, you have to use your own discretion. But if it was me, I would probably hold it to see if it breaks pre-market low and bebop. Everything is still kind of inching towards the downside. There is no breakout structure towards the upside. There is no reversal really yet. But I would not add to my position. So that's what at least I would do.
When you say that your orders didn't fill, um, did you leave them open and then the price came back around and filled it later, or did you cancel your order and chase for a new price?
I had the order open, and then it never filled because the price went way down.
Okay, your take profit order.
Right, right. It was my take profit order at about 25%, and then once it didn't fill, I pretty much just got stuck in it. I was gonna take it at a little bit less, but then that didn't fill because that green candle moved so quickly.
Right. What is your average price at when your buy order got filled?
I got in at 79.
Okay. Got understood. Yeah. I think then you kind of got about approximately about here. So I think the order fill itself originally, when even Stacks called it out, was around 68, 70 cents. That was an idle entry when it was kind of breaking the 15-minute orb low over here. This was a good entry at this point in time. And there's a level sitting here at 512.16. So if you were really close to the level, then I would not FOMO in and I would not enter. I would wait for it to pull back. Your second entry could have been a rejection of the orb 5 low over here, and you could pretty much catch the downside. So if you have missed the boat, then don't chase, is what I would recommend to everyone. It's okay. I mean, we have plenty of trades during the day. And yeah, there's no reason for us to actually just, make our entire lifetime salary in one trade. Not specifically talking to you. I mean, in general, I'm saying for everyone. I mean, this is what even I have done in the past, and I have been really burned by it really, really badly. I'm okay to make a small profit and get out than chasing into something. It's okay to wait.
That's why they say patience is a virtue, man.
Okay, and you learn it the hard way. I mean, after you pay a lot of tuition back to the market, you learn it the hard way, that patience thing. There is absolutely no other way to teach it to anyone. I mean, even if I say it right now, it probably won't matter to most folks until they get burned by themselves. That's how it is. I mean, even I have been the same way. The market does that to you.
It was almost at the same levels as previously, but the contract price is still lower.
True. Yep. Yeah, now it's showing me. Come on, why did it go to January? 510, 509s. Yeah, now it started to show me. Good job, TradingView.
No, the missing strikes in between.
Yeah, it's showing me now. So what I did is I went back over here. I mean, I don't know if you're probably seeing my screen because I'm streaming on YouTube Live. I went back and I selected Q options and I just selected. I went back, kind of probably refreshed the sticky session, I guess.
I'm gonna repopulate real quick.
Uh-huh.
Let's see.
All right, so the options premium are holding around this level, 53 cents. I still feel that you guys might be able to get to at least 70. Okay. The rejection here is not good from 61. We need to cross this level. Go dump Qs. Dump.
Please.
Come on, you can do it.
Dumb for the diamond hands.
So 30-minute hour break low can really trigger the dump. There's still weakness in the market. And Nvidia is actually going down, so that might be helping you guys. Microsoft is also kind of going down right now. Apple is retesting the pre-market low. If it breaks below that, it is breaking below that, so we might be able to see some more downside. Yep, everything pointing out right now is looking towards the downside. You guys might actually be able to get back. $63, it's above the range here. Go for it. There you go. Q's turning red. SPY's turning red. Nvidia breaking down. Everything is breaking down.
I was about to add some more. Would have been a decent decision, but
It's 10:25. Let's see what it does over here. So see what's going on here is yeah, even a little bit upside is basically, so this was a strong candle here. Your risk to reward adding here might not be that great. Would like to see it break down below this. A little bit more stronger momentum towards the downside is what would be nice. And SPY at this point in time actually is looking like he's having a better momentum. There you go, buyers. This candle did come with a strong volume, though, although it is not, I mean, there is no follow through. This is not a bullish engulfing candle. But I typically don't like to see strong volume on the pullbacks.
510s just went from 80 to 97 in the last minute.
Yeah. This level is kind of being a killer right now. Got a doji on Qs. NVIDIA, Microsoft. Microsoft is holding a little bit. NVIDIA is looking to break down below. Apple is looking to break down below. I think we're looking bearish right now. Amazon is actually trying to go down. Right. Doji and this again. Shaban, what was your entry? What's your average price, average fill on the puts, 509 puts?
Mine was 81.
Oh,
79.
Mine was 81.
still got weakness in the market. A very choppy weakness though. I mean, it's moving down so slow. Seriously. I think the bands are probably still tightening. There is no major momentum driving this right now. That bounce came from Apple. Go easy when the market is hard and go hard when the market is easy. Man, I think we need a music part. Playing some jazz music in the background. Yeah, it's not looking good for the puts. Burning the premiums. Good, I like that rejection on the 15-minute orb low. So my advice would be if we close inside this R15 low, it probably might have very little chance for any recovery for those contracts. As long as we stay below this now, I think we'll probably continue to inch downwards. I still feel if the bands start to open up and starts to pick up on the downside, this could actually have a major drop. Nvidia is playing seesaw at this point. Up, down, up, down, up, down. Microsoft also sideways. Amazon sideways, seesaw sideways types. Apple could help us. It's trying to break pre-market low. Nvidia is below pre-market high right now. Needs to break below the VWAP, Nvidia. So time 10:36. Nice, good. Breaking below orb 30 low. Yeah, and it's doing this. Look at that green candle. It came with less volume. What does that mean? Nothing. Pretty much some manipulation. It does not mean that we are going bullish yet. It does not mean that we are going to continue bearish as well. So this is not a bullish engulfing candle. It really means nothing at this point in time. Well, this could be, for all you know, will be, just stopping people out. If people started to buy puts thinking it will break the low of the day, it could just be the candle of manipulation to stop people out. And we got a doji here. We break below, we continue moving down. But yeah. Yep, this is a strong momentum candle. Yeah, increasing volume.
You suggest exiting the puts now?
100%. We have break of structure now as well above the pre-market high. I would exit. Nvidia, Microsoft, Apple all made huge green candles. So just to put things into perspective, that one runner that was left with these two green candles itself took out so much of the profits, because of simple reason that the put contracts moved really fast with that much of momentum. So I'm still green for the day, but that's the risk that you always take with the runner. It could go 500%, or it could eat away some of your profits. All the tickers are looking upside. Apple, Microsoft, Nvidia, AVGO, Amazon, Meta, everyone turned green. So let's see what they do now. Above VWAP, and if you hold the VWAP, we could basically try and test the 200 EMA and the orb low. 515.46 is kind of coinciding with the 200 EMA right now. That's one of the levels.
You guys looking at any calls?
No, not yet. We wanted to break the pre-market low and stay above it for a little bit. But I'm at least opening up the contracts. The 512s are at $3. The calls are expensive. Oh, sorry, my bad. 516s at 101. 517s at around 68 cents. I'm opening it up to see what we are doing here. SPY is at the OR5 low. Qs is already inside the OR5 low. It's SPY has not broken the pre-market low yet, broken into the pre-market low yet. So I would not trade SPY for that matter at all.
Stop on, are you still holding?
Seven, if you're talking, you're on mute, buddy. What's the time right now? 10:45.
Or how are Q calls looking?
It's coming in green. Oh, move too fast. Move too fast. SPY is breaking above pre-market low. The calls move from 70 cents to 92 cents in a minute. Stacks, any place for you yet? Did you get into those calls?
Not since the puts.
So you see this action? Say increasing volume, which gives you the momentum for the upside. And then the pullback is a really big candle with lower volume than once before. So this is all, I mean, a big red candle with low volume. Yeah, it's a lot of manipulation going on right now. Mondays, there's our friend Saban says Mondays are sometimes the worst days to trade. A lot of adjustment happening. Plus, it's also the end of the year, so there are multiple things contributing factors that could possibly be contributing to this action. The volume How is the volume looking based on days um, stacks? Overall volume average.
What was the question?
The average volume today, how's it compared to daily?
Geeks.
Yes, Saban.
Geek.
We can hear you.
We can hear you.
Oh, and I said I just got smoked on calls. I don't know what's up with Robinhood. It's not feeling anything. Like I'm watching the price on the computer, and it's not moving, and it's like making me replace order. I lost like $600 just now because I didn't want to feel it, and I was up over 48%.
Yes,
I
I
was up
agree.
almost.
Robinhood is glitching. That is true. I just saw that
What? It
myself too.
still didn't feel it. What? It still didn't feel it. Man. Now I'm down 800.
So when I was
Wow, now
doing
it feels it.
yeah, when I was doing market orders, it basically gave me an error that it could not fill market order. So it forced me to actually change to a limit order and then fill whatever my stop run was.
Oh, that's great. I literally just lost 800, not I mean $961 for stupid technical errors on Robinhood then. That's great. Oh,
So Saban, where did you take the trade? Where did you take the calls trade? On Qs or SPY?
on Q's
Here?
when it was I took it at the 513 where the doji's at 1038, and I wrote it up to like 1044 for like over 45%. It was a big move. It was like no return, like no
And it didn't, and
the
Robinhood
contracts
didn't,
weren't really moving for calls.
and the
No,
contract
it
didn't.
didn't.
Oh man.
Yeah, yeah. Like I swiped up and I left it there. I'm thinking what sold, and then I look on my phone. I'm still going negative. I'm like, why? And then it says replace order. So I had to replace the order like 3 times because it kept moving.
Oh,
Oh,
that
there's that
sucks.
loss. Yeah, it turned the green day into a red day for a technical issue. Fucking Rob,
Did you
fucking Rob.
did you sell your puts?
Yeah, I sold them. I sold them at like I got
Yeah, I think he's cutting out. We just got
Yeah,
a SPY put alert for 584. The volume is not that much. It's at 87 cents right now. The 584 puts on SPY. Let's see what it does here. The charts are turning. The charts are red right now. This is the R15. Yeah, if it breaks and stays below R15, I will enter some puts on SPY. NVIDIA